give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
Alrighty, well, I've been waiting to do this one for a while. So, after finishing second at Kansas, second at Charlotte, UMTJ comes home as the winner at Pocono, so you can tell I'm pretty happy, pretty pumped up about this, but I was kind of worried there because, we won stage one and then the pit crew messes up again, so I was like, well, we got to do it again. We got to get back up top three and then mess up again. But luckily that didn't happen. So, I tell you, I was a nervous wreck those last 5 laps, but we pulled it off. And I also want to tell Jeff Gordon and Darrell Waltrip one thing. If you noticed the first half of the race, I just kept saying Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, what a race it's going to be to the championship. Well, it's funny how the end of the race, they said, oh, we've got a three-way race to the championship. It's like all of a sudden their minds changed. Listen, you can't count out the champion. And also, in my opinion, Kyle Larson's running pretty strong. I think he could be a contender for his championship before the year's over. Because he run really great that race. And shout out goes to Thorself, who is a big Kyle Larson fan. Glad to see him have that run, because I told him, we was having a conversation earlier in the week, I said, you know what, I think Truex is going to win this thing, Kyle Larson will be right there behind him. And really, Kyle Larson could have won that race if he could have got out front. That clean air meant more than anybody in the Pocono. Once you got out front, you was good to go. And that's what really helped Martin. Even those 10 laps, Kyle Busch had 10 laps fresher tires, still didn't really help him any, so that was that you can tell I'm still all happy about it, but it is what it is. In the pick 5 contest, as far as I know of, unless I missed something, nobody hit it, because a lot of people had Ryan Blaney, and Ryan Blaney had a poor run, which shocked me. I was expecting Ryan Blaney top 5, but he hurt a lot of people's picks. But anyway, back to the Pocono 400. In stage 1, Truex wins the first stage with Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Clint Bowyer, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, and Keselowski getting points. Now, Truex got 1 playoff point for winning that stage. Also, as we keep going, because there really wasn't all that much going on in the first couple stages. In stage 2, we had Kevin Harvick winning that one, Kyle Busch second, Clint Bowyer, Truex, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Keselowski, Blaney, Johnson, and Alex Bowman. As all of them will get points too. Now, if I take a look at this, Chase Elliott was in both of them. I think he finished 6th in both stages, so that will help him out a lot in the points system. So, but other than the race itself, it was another follow the leader. It's like whoever got that aero advantage up front, they was gone. And even Kyle Busch said after the race, he said, whichever one of us got out front was going to win the race. And I truly believe that. I think whoever got that clean air, they was gone. I mean, it was just no way to pass. But there was a couple of little wrecks here. Kyle Larson got into Derek Cope, which was no fault of Kyle Larson, because Derek Cope was like 50 miles an hour slower than him going into the corner, so you just can't stop whenever somebody's that slow like that. So that's Derek Cope. Why he was even out there, I'll never know. But as the race was coming down, closing toward the end, Denny Hamlin and Alex Bowman got together. Coming in the middle of turn 1, to me it looked like Hamlin got just a little bit wiggly air, shot up and clipped Bowman, and they both wrecked. Eric Jones wrecked with 10 to go, which he struggled a little bit today. It shocked me. I thought he'd run a little bit better. Now, one thing I got to point out is the Chevrolets look better today. They may have made improvement. I don't know if it's just because it was a flat track and not a banked oval, but they actually looks solid. Now Larson, we all know he's got the speed no matter where he's at. But you've seen a lot of the Chevrolets running in the top 10 there. So I think they may be making a little tiny gain on it, especially on flat tracks. The race was 2 hours and 52 minutes total. Truex won by 2.496 seconds. And we had 6 yellow flags for 23 laps. So overall, it was a typical Pocono race. I know a lot of people will say it's a boring race, but hey, Pocono has always been like that. People get spread out. It's such a huge track. The only thing I do miss is the stages. Kind of mess things up with the fuel mileage and stuff like that. But other than that, it's a good race. And like I said, Truex deserved that because he's finished second the last 2 races, and his pit crew hadn't have messed him up, he might have could have won one of them. But I was so happy to see him get it. I was worried to death that something would happen. But we'll take it and go on from there. And but let's take a look here at the results real quick. Like I said, you all pretty much know top 10. Eric Almirola finishing 7th. Like I said, every week he's a top 10 car. It's just he's that close to that top 5, and he's going to get there. Jimmy Johnson, another top 10 8th. Like I said, the Chevrolets are gaining. Chase Elliott, Paul Menard finishes 11th. Even Austin Dillon was 12th. That team has struggled bad, and to be able to finish top 12, that is really good for them. David Reagan 16th, another good run for him. If he had a really good car, I think he'd be competitive. Let's take a look at some people who really took a hit there. Like I said, Denny Hamlin wrecking. Bubba Wallace, hate that for Bubba. Just bad luck that time. But also give a shout out to Matt Kenseth, finishing 13th in like his 3rd race back, I think. So that's amazing to finish 13th. But he does have a lot of experience there. But that really looked good. Let's see if we can find the standings here. Okay, here in the standings we got Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, Martin Truex, Keselowski, Boyer, Busch, Hamlin, Larson, and Blaney is your top 10. Eric Almirola's 11th, Jimmy Johnson 12th, Chase Elliott 13th, Eric Jones 14th, and Ricky Stenhouse holds a 9-point gap. Actually, I take it back. Since Austin Dillon won a race, which Austin is 18th, actually puts Ricky to 16th. So he would be 9 points ahead of Alex Bowman for that 16th spot. So see where it goes from there. But like I said, also I want to apologize to my new subscribers out there because for some reason YouTube's having trouble, and I know a lot of other people on the internet's talking about it. I'm not seeing when you subscribe. It don't show your name. I'm having trouble with people putting up live videos or this and that. It's not showing up, and it ain't only me. It's a bunch of people out there. So hopefully YouTube will get that fixed. But thanks to the new subscribers, we did pick 5 every week. We had winter 2 weeks ago. So next week at Michigan, we'll do the pick 5 again. And like I said, also check out my buddy Thor Self's channel. He's a great guy and does good video quality work, and started to get him up to 100 subscribers there. Everybody go over and check his channel out. But anyway, overall out the race, I'll give it 3 out of 5, and be off to Michigan. You guys have a good Truex.